guys. As promised, we're back and we continue our series of podcasts regarding addiction and addiction treatment. I'm Oganes.
I'm Susie.
We're back, and like we started talking last time, we're gonna continue, but this time we're gonna touch another topic, which is right now is very, very actual, and that is in regards to insurance policies. Because since Obama gave that Disability Act and insurances start paying for treatment, but there's so many funny businesses going on around that, and that people who are supposed to get treatment with their insurance policies ending up being on the streets after being thrown through the different facilities, just getting their insurances drawn out and then ending up on the streets. And how many was there so far like that?
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
So that's why we're gonna give you some tips today. So how to figure out, is it the right place to go? How to find the right facility for your needs? How to figure out if the person you're talking is the facility representative or just the marketer. Because right now the marketing is booming and it's illegal. But however, there are so many people that do that because of the money, and of course, it's not going to benefit anyways, and it's not going to have any therapeutic value for the addict ending up in a facility where he's not going to get the help, and all their perspective is just to get the money paid to the facility, and that's all. So we will start touching one by one each subject, how to figure out is it the right place for you. First tip will come from me. When you call in any place, let's say you're Googling, you're finding out the number, you call it in, and that's not a representative of the facility, and you can figure out, we're asking the simple questions like how many beds are there, what's the daily schedule, what's the name of the facilitators, like a therapist and stuff. If he's not having answers for those questions and says, oh, I'm going to get back to you and stuff, then figure out that that's a marketer. Besides, if he says that we have several facilities, that's a marketer. So stay away from marketers. There's never gonna get you to the right place. Well, we can't say never, but in very, very few instances you will get to the right place. And tip from you, Steve.
So my tip is that it's hard enough to take a loved one, into treatment. You want them to get the right kind of help. It's like taking a cancer patient for chemo. You want to make sure that they're getting the best treatment. And if you call a facility and the facility says, oh yeah, we're 420 friendly, that's not the place for that person to go and recover. Because what's the point of your insurance paying for your loved one if they can smoke weed and get loaded in rehab? They could do that on the streets and at home. Why are they going to rehab?
And counter argument to that always we hear is like, oh, it's legal, but so is alcohol.
So is alcohol.
So is any prescribed medication.
Yes.
But it doesn't mean that somebody who's under influence can gain and grasp whatever he is told, and even if the best treatment is provided, psychosocial treatment by the best psychiatrist or therapist, still he's not going to be able to grasp it, he's not going to be able to absorb it, simply because he's still under influence. He's just switching from one drug to another. Another tip I would have for you, just ask questions about the phones. If the facility says you're allowed to have your phone while you're detoxing, stay away from that facility. That means they don't want you to get a treatment, they want to get paid. Simple as that. And they want to make as comfortable for you that you decide, oh, I will go better to the place where they allow me to smoke weed, to have fun, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, you will just waste your insurance policy and not get anything out of it.
Treatment is not meant to be comfortable. Treatment is meant for the addict to go in and get the help that they need. And they can't do that if they're under the influence. If anything, they're going in because of the substances they used. So that's the first thing. And the phones is a way for them to get, it's so easy to make a phone call in the middle of the night, and people aren't constantly watching them in some of these facilities, nor do they care to watch them. So they have the phone. They could, if they have a yard, they can have the drug dealer come in and just like throw it in the backyard and they can go get it without anybody knowing. And there's just so much.
And the other thing is testing. Just ask them, what's the policy on the testing? Most of the phony places, they test you more than the normal places.
Yes.
If somebody is testing more than twice a week, but there is no need for that, meaning when I say need, I mean if staff has a suspicion that somebody is under the influence and does it on top of whatever mandatory, I understand that. But if you were told, oh, you have to test every day or every other day, that's a phony place. That's just to drain your insurance, nothing else. Because there is no reason to test every other day for the drugs who stay in your system from 3 to 5 days anyways, the minimum. So which means if they do that, that's just to drain your insurance policy and not to help you at all. And you see our numbers there, you see our website there. Wherever you are in the US, we're 20 years already in business and we know almost all the facilities in LA, and we can find out for you if that's the facility where you're choosing is the right place for you or not. Just contact us, let us know which facility you're trying to get into, and we will help you with that. And call us if you have a questions regarding how to find out the right place, what right questions to ask to find the right place, and what type of facilities do you need at this point for your recovery. Because sometimes an abuser ends up being in a detox, which is not necessary, or vice versa. Somebody who's on fentanyl and needs detox ends up being in IOP or PHP, which is just waste of the time.
Yeah,
so,
I agree.
We will be back. We will continue our podcasts. Like I said, subscribe please and call us or go to the website, send us emails. We will be always there for you. Thank you.